12 minutes past 8 is the time this Monday morning. A survey out by the UK Noise Association has revealed as many as 1 in 3 of us could be affected by noisy neighbours. And you know, it really gets into your head, doesn't it? Elaine Wilcox has been to investigate with a team of noise inspectors.
Could you put up with this loud music blasting into your living room? Well, that's exactly what this couple have had to endure for 3 days now.
He's really starting to do my head in now.
This is a 14th floor flat and the music is blaring out from directly below. There's no escape from the noise for this couple. Even the concrete floor is vibrating.
Coventry Council Noise Team, can you open the door, please?
He's obviously affecting at least 3 to 4 different residents in this block at the moment.
And you've got the power to put the door through?
We have got the power to put the door through.
It can be a dangerous job. The noise teams need to get support from the police to enter one particular property where they've had problems in the past. But before they go, they need to be kitted out in stab vests.
I've had incidents where I've gone round just to give a warning to people, and I've literally had someone throw a knife towards my face, and I've actually had to use one of my maglite torches just to defend myself. So it's genuinely quite a dangerous job sometimes.
Here the noise team have come to seize a 19-year-old stereo. Why? Because on the very day he was fined £900 for persistently playing loud music, he did it again.
OK, we've got a warrant, OK, to come in to seize your audio equipment.
It's the 3rd time the noise team have had to confiscate his audio equipment, so hopefully he gets the message now.
He got quite angry, and at one point I actually felt he was going to throw a punch.
Back at the flats, the inspectors mean business.
We're going to have to open this door, otherwise we're going to have to force entry.
Force entry? Because I can't form my key.
Stand back.
They've managed to secure a warrant signed by a late-night magistrate and are here to stop the din.
Right, this is a warrant, OK. Have a read of it.
Does it sound like my music is loud?
Yes, it has been.
Incredibly, this noisy neighbour, a man in his 50s, had gone to bed with the music still blaring.
It's midnight and this audio equipment has been seized and the residents here in these flats can finally get some peace.
Elaine Wilcox with that. Joining us in the studio, Gloria Elliott. She's Chief Executive of the Noise Abatement Society. Gloria, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've got to go quite a long way down the line to see what Elaine Wilcox saw there in Coventry, haven't you? I mean, people really just want the noise to stop. They'd rather go round and just have a word, wouldn't they?
Well, that's the best idea. The best thing to do is if the noise is affecting you, nip it in the bud, go round and talk to your neighbour face to face. No notes under the door, talk to them. And maybe say, look, can you hear the noise that we're making? Because we can hear you. Maybe we can sort something out here. Move the telly away from the party wall, whatever. Nobody likes being told off.
No.
It's a difficult nettle.
The trouble is, as Des in Birmingham says, they've got a serious problem in this country with noise pollution. Obviously, we've seen that. But most people have no understanding of good manners and community spirit. I mean, this is really what we're talking about, isn't it?
We're talking about thoughtfulness here. People, actually, to be fair, people aren't aware sometimes of the noise they're generating and, of course, the effect it's having on other people. So even ourselves, we don't know sometimes.
So point it out.
Yeah.
And gently.
Absolutely. Be tactful.
What are the worst problems that people are facing? What are they telling you?
Well, it's usually to do with very loud stereos, loud televisions, DIY going through the night, people practising their drums at 4 in the morning.
We've got some people practising drums and guitar. They obviously have a little band at the back, and I try to think, oh, give them a couple of hours, and then after a while I just think, especially on a hot day when out in the garden, it is quite dominating, but usually someone else in the neighbourhood could ask them to shut up before I do, so I haven't actually had to get involved in the conflict, but I can see why they're just having fun, you know, and they've got to practice. It's just, it's a balance of people's wants and needs, isn't it, that's so hard.
It's a very difficult subject, but if you can get your other neighbours to join you on this, and they can see that it's not just one person they're affecting, you're not being oversensitive, but other neighbours can join in too, you've got a body of evidence there, and they should listen.
And if that doesn't work, and it doesn't work in quite a lot of cases, I'd imagine, tell me what the next step is.
Well, your next step is then to go to your environmental health department. They administer noise law. They will ask you to write out a log, a detailed log of times, dates, the nature of the noise and how it affects you, probably over a period of 2 weeks, so they can see the nature of the noise, and then they will investigate for themselves to see what they can do. And if they deem it to be a noise nuisance, they will impose a noise abatement order on those people.
There's somebody here who wishes to remain anonymous, and I imagine a lot of people would due to the possible conflict here. So they've been fighting the noise from Neighbours' sound system for over a year. The council can't do much to help. The neighbour was abusive when we went round. The council are saying, get a lawyer.
I don't think that's fair. I think that the council have a duty of care to their residents. If you've got a problem like that, where there's maybe a bit more than just a noise issue, the council should be maybe working with other agencies like the police, the social services. But if you do have a problem with your council, enlist the help of your councillor. That's what they're there for. Go to your MP. They are there to help the residents.
Very emotive issue, isn't it? This can all get terribly out of hand if it's not handled correctly. I mean, this is people. It's a very delicate issue, isn't it? Got to live with these people. And just last point, Gloria, is it true that if you make a complaint, that goes down on records, and when you come to sell your house, that is actually sort of listed?
It could possibly. When a solicitor asks you the questions when you're selling, they may ask you if you've had a dispute with your neighbour, and if you don't reveal it at that point, it could be that you would be held, it would be held against you at a later date, certainly.
Good talking to you. Thank you very much indeed. If you're concerned about the noise your neighbours are making, if it's disturbing you, perhaps affecting your health, we do have lots of advice about what you can do about the situation on our website, gm.tv.